Well, the first railway budget of the new Modi government has been announced. Lots of things have been announced, including trains regarding tourism and also skill development and, in a sense, a roadmap for next many years. With me is the man himself, Railway Minister Sadanand Gowda. Sir, welcome to Doordarshan News. So, my first question is, what was the key priority area, the focus in your maiden budget?
See, altogether, I wanted to have a the total budget of mine, it should give a new direction for whole railways. That was my real intention. You have seen the financial management was not up to the mark since last several years. First of all, we should bring the financial management on track. Then only the other things can go ahead. That was one of my priorities. At the same time, safety, security, cleanliness, these are the other areas. I already, at the time of assuming charge as the minister, I told to the media persons, and there was in my mind, cleanliness is one of the prime area. Ticket booking, there are several complaints in the ticket booking and other areas where the passengers feel disgusted. That should be brought back on track. These are the few areas I wanted to take them. Passenger amenities need to be geared up. Otherwise, nowadays, people are fed up with the way in which they are getting the amenities in railways. So these are the prime areas I wanted to traverse. Ongoing projects need to be completed at the earliest, and it should be dedicated to the country. That was my another area, because I became the new railway minister, and new government has come, new mandate is given to us. So just ignoring all the earlier things and going ahead, certainly it will not serve the purpose. Only thing is to have more connectivity. The existing system has to be revamped.
So your maiden budget looked more like a statement of intent. It didn't look like the budget for this year. It looked like a roadmap for next 5 years.
See, on completion of the ongoing project, is it not a road map for the coming days? Because otherwise I would have announced a few new projects and I would have taken that ahead. But I didn't do that. Earlier things, what they did, every time when a new budget is presented, automatically a few new projects will be announced. Thereby, neither they will complete the earlier, nor they will give sufficient funds to the totally without proper financial stability. How you can take up the works?
So you came heavily on populism, if it's right to say, because you used a very strong word. You said the nasha of collapse. You refrained from populism in this time around. You perhaps announced less number of trains. So is it right to say that the era of populism is over?
I think it is the right answer for your question.
So it's right to say that era of populism is over.
That should end. The era of new innovations, the era of new services, the era of total railways has to be revamped.
So how was your budget different from budget presented in perhaps last 5 years or 10 years?
I wanted to give a new direction to this. Of course, just I said in my one para of my budget speech, of course, British have left so many things for us. But when the British left and when we took it over, the concept of British people and the concept of the people who came to power here, it was going in the same direction. When we became independent, the intentions of the people across the country was entirely different. And when the world is growing so fast, the youths of the country also need to have got an intention that we should grow in that direction. When China, Japan, German, Russia, all this railway connectivity and the freight carriers in railways, it gives such an importance to the national growth. Why can't India? But till last 10 years, or even earlier to that, it has never happened. Only during the period of Vajpayee, a certain new direction was given to the railways, reaching to northeastern, reaching to Kashmir, reaching to south and all that. Otherwise, it all the way it used to concentrate only few states of the country.
So, what's there in your budget for the investors? Why should the investors, what's there in the budget so that the investors come and invest in the Indian Railways?
Everybody want to invest. They will not simply invest and go back.
Yeah.
They want to get back something.
Yeah.
They want to get more revenues from that, and they should get more profit. An investor, private player, certainly will not simply invest and he will go away. But there was no faith in railways. The way in which the functioning of railways was done so far. There was no faith for the private players. Even if you invest, we won't generate anything from there. For that reason, they thought that it is not fair on us, our part to invest in railways. Unless if there is no investment outside, our own resource mobilization will not take the railways forward. So far, just there were adjustments. I said in my speech that the social obligation and the commercial viability, these are just like two tracks which goes together but never meet each other. But the railways, somewhere these two things should meet.
You used a very nice usage of word also, golden dilemma, yes, to quote the entire thing.
Reality, I said. I have not exaggerated anything. I said that last 10 years, 99 works they have taken, only one work is completed. On the basis of the statistics that I have given it, is it not reality? Some people may say that, what was the necessity to tell all those things? There are about 4 projects which is still not completed since after 30 years. So whether the rail should continue in the same direction, even of course, since last few days, medias have given some new ideas with regard to catering, with regard to cleanliness, with regard to the online ticket booking and other things they have given. But at the same time, nowhere in the media people also gave us certain direction. We should move in certain directions. That is what I need. I want to see that the railways, which was earlier, should take a new shape now, and we should move in such a direction. Development word should include railways in connectivity and this freight carrying. All these things should be taken to.
So, talking about the financial position of the railways, it's not good. Taking your own words, you said that out of every 1 rupee the railways earn, 94 paisa goes somewhere on its own, and it leaves with only 6 paise to invest for more capital intensive things. So how does your budget improves or gives a roadmap for putting the railways back on track?
See, we should minimize the operating ratio. By taking some new initiatives in IT sector, certainly we can reduce some operational ratio. Paperless office. For example, a small thing, it may be a very, very, very small thing. A paperless office. Within the next 5 years, I want to see that railways is a paperless office. We have to digitalize everything. So automatically, the manual and other activities, it will reduce to a considerable extent. It may be very, very small amounts. So many things we could able to do it. So many people who are standing in the queue in the railway stations, there need to be a few employees of the railway department. They should look after all those people. If you are going online, say earlier every minute 2,000 people can book online. Now it has been increased to 7,200, and 1,20,000 people can at one point of time they can do it. All these initiatives should be brought. Some transparency in administration will certainly give some relaxation in the financial sector. Apart from that, while reducing the operational ratio, we should go for some external funding also. You should take the external. You can see in each and every area now private players are playing there, and even FDI. That is one of the important financiers. They can enter into railways. Of course, there is a big doubt in the minds of the people. If FDI or private players come in, So what will happen? Everything will be privatized. We are very particular. The operational part will not be allowed by anybody, allowed to enter by anybody. That is our intention. On that direction we are going ahead.
So one of the way to improve the financial position of the railways is to increase the passenger fare or freight fares. This time around you refrained from doing it in the budget because probably before that you had done so. Can we see a kind of price rise in passenger or freight in coming few months?
See, I don't think it is necessary immediately. Earlier, there was we used to incur huge losses in passenger side. It in 2013-14, while present in the interior budget, it was nearly 25 lakh crores, 25,000 crores. So, if the same thing continues, what will happen? Somewhere we should minimize it, and by some external funding and other things, you should see some infrastructure development and other things. More and more revenue generation should be there. Then the revenue generation should be taken. Our part the railway should take, another part the investor should take, but operating part should be seen by the railways only.
Sir, you talked about bullet train in your budget. Many people were expecting that bullet train from Ahmedabad to Mumbai. When can we see this bullet train on the ground?
My friends, when I announced the bullet train that we are going to take a bullet train and diamond quadrangular project, my friends started laughing. A final report will be given by JICA somewhere in the next month. Next month we will get the report. Earlier, there were 2 surveys have been conducted by various other agencies, and it requires huge amount. Of course, a portion should be shared by the railways. A portion should be, we should take either FDI or private players. Otherwise, it may not be possible. Everywhere across the world, we can see there are bullet trains. Now, every youngster, he wants to save 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. A man who boards to the train in Bangalore, he will reach Delhi only after 36 hours. Now that young guy, he wants to see that I should reach Delhi by 6 hours, 7 hours comfortably, or 8 hours, 10 hours comfortably. Is it not the need of the hour? Because so many innovations are coming across the world. As Indian, we should not expect a bullet train or a speed train. About 3 days back, there was a trial run between Agra and Delhi. Everybody was clapping outside, but there are so many comments from other areas also. Somewhere we should take some initiation to come out that some certain new things in this world that should be brought in India also. So I am very much particular that this golden quadrangle, diamond quadrangular connectivity to metros and other areas, it will take some time. It may not be possible within a year or 2. If you don't begin, then every day we are going to lose.
So honesty is first chapter in wisdom. Perhaps your budget is a new chapter in the history of Indian Railways. Thanks so much giving your time to Doordarshan News. So that was the Railway Minister talking to Doordarshan News about his maiden railway budget. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.